All right, it's time now for the game preview presented by Ticketmaster here with head coach Kevin Stefanski. Kevin, coming off a big win over the Steelers, how good was it for the team to close out the season at Huntington Bank Field, that home season, with a win?
Yeah, it was important to us in front of our fans for the last time this year, going against a division opponent. We really wanted to rise to the occasion of that challenge, a great challenge versus their players, their coaches, and I was really proud of the effort.
All right, one last game this season. Heading to Cincinnati for this Week 18 matchup with the Bengals, kind of a full circle moment. You open the season with them, you close the season with them, but obviously a lot has changed in 17 weeks. So when you look at them on tape, what stands out about the Cincinnati Bengals team that you're preparing for?
Very rare to start the season and then end the season with the same team, and so much has changed, and as it does, that's the NFL season for you, where you have guys in and out of your lineup. So schematically, things remain pretty similar. But you're going to see different players in different spots. And then obviously, as you evolve, you're playing a little bit more zone or a little bit more man, or you're running the ball with different schemes. All those things go through a natural evolution. But at the end of the day, they know us and we know them.
All right, Joe Burrow obviously had that toe injury that sidelined him for part of the season, but he's back on the field. When you look at the tape, how has he been able to come back from that injury, and what are you expecting from him on Sunday?
Yeah, he looks like himself. Really, having gone against him many times, he's a tough out. He can make every throw. He's excellent when extending plays. Makes a lot of plays when he extends it to some great receivers, as we know. But very, very accurate, great competitor. So we understand the challenge that is on the field when you're going up against their number 9.
You mentioned those great receivers, his two biggest targets, T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. When the three of them, Burrow, Higgins, and Chase, are healthy, they have won 67% of the games that they've all played in. So what makes them such a challenging duo, and how do you counter what they are able to do out there on the field together?
Well, when you have a guy like Joe Burrow at the center of it, who can make great decisions and then throw really accurate balls, and you have two players that win with different styles but win consistently outside the numbers. That's where he goes to them on individual cuts, and then when you work them over the middle of the field, they have the ability for catch and run, and that's been over the course of their career where he can find them in stride, and then you have to tackle and get those guys on the ground.
You guys were able to counter their run game in that first matchup. Chase Brown dealing with an illness in practice this week, but with or without him, what does the Bengals run game look like? How do you prepare for them?
Very efficient, very, very efficient run game. This is something that they've gotten better at throughout the course of the season. They're running out of some different personnel groupings that has evolved, if you will, over the season, but a very efficient run attack.
All right, Shedeur Sanders getting his final start of his rookie campaign. From that first start against the Raiders to now, what have you seen from Shedeur, and then what do you want to see from him as he closes out his rookie year here?
I think with a young player, you see progress, and you want to see continued progress. And there's been so many areas that we've been working very hard out on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, and then it shows up on the games, and that's the fun part of development and coaching, where you get to see guys taking coaching and taking instruction. And when you have a player like Shedeur who's so eager to improve, I think you see that in each one of these starts.
All right, when you're getting your offense ready for the Bengals defense, since week 12, they've forced 11 turnovers. What has made them so good in that respect, and how do you prepare your guys for that challenge of knowing that they've been taking the ball away at such a high clip?
They've done a nice job taking the ball away, particularly interceptions throughout this group. You'll see a veteran secondary back there, guys that have played a lot. They have younger linebackers, but they're very, very fast, and they can run to the football. So always you go into these games versus Al Golden and a well-coached team, you go into it understanding they're going to throw a lot at a young quarterback, and we have to trust our eyes and make great decisions.
We talked about that young quarterback, Shedeur Sanders, but in all three phases, it feels like rookies have really stepped up for you guys this year. What have you seen from this young class, and what does it say about the future of the team that these guys have been able to be so productive on the field?
Very excited about this young group, and I should mention with what they bring off the field. I'll start there, just how diligent they are, how they work in the building, how they push each other. They're all wired the right way, and that's great to have young guys that fit in so quickly to your DNA. And then obviously the production on the field. And then you mentioned it's been special teams, it's been offense, and it's been defense. It's been from week 1. Some guys maybe towards the middle of the season, but there's been a lot of production, and that will only bode well as they build off of their rookie campaigns.
All right, well, for one last time this season, good luck on Sunday. Thanks so much, Coach, and Happy New Year.
Thanks, Cam.